Welcome to a special Strength in Numbers coffee chat. As you can see, I have a lot of guests, and these guests are all going to be on the live interactive panel on June 30th. I will put the link down below. And of course, this is only some of them. We actually have 8. So this is a meet and greet, a very intimate meet and greet with Elizabeth, Jason, and Connie. And we're going to just do a few random questions so you can get to know them a little bit better, because at the panel, we don't really have a lot of time, and we're just going to probably just dive right in. So this is a nice way to kind of meet everybody. And as you know, I'm Charlene Tessier, and I help you use strategic live streaming to find your fans online. So actually, I'll do it. I'll give a little prompt so you guys know. You'll let people know what you do and where you're located. I'm located in Berlin, Germany, but I'm originally from Vancouver, Canada. And Elizabeth, I'll pass it to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Charlene. So I'm Elizabeth Johnston. I'm a story coach, and I help people unearth their personal stories to use in their business. And specifically, I help visionaries creating impact.
Wonderful. Thank you. And Jason.
Hello, I'm Jason. I'm based in Boston, Mass, and I am a video strategist that runs a video strategy and production company. Essentially, we help businesses get results through video strategy.
Nice. And Connie.
I'm Connie Whitman from New Jersey, and my business is all about helping you to make more sales, scale your business, and make more money without feeling icky, sleazy, or pushy. So sales for me is about educating and coming from a place of love, care, and respect.
Oh, lovely. And we all need that. That's for sure. Sales is a big thing. So the first random question, and since there's only 4 of us, I think we can all do this one. And what's the best thing that has happened to you this week? The best thing that has happened to me this week, and it can be personal or it can be business. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just kind of a get to know you. What's the best thing that happened to me this week? Well, the weather actually finally got really summery here. It has been extremely cold. Honestly, I was wearing my winter coat through to May. I don't know what happened. And we finally got to go swimming at the lake. So that's the best thing that happened to me. It was kind of personal. So how about Chaz? Are you ready? You got to think a bit more. Or Jason, sorry.
I'm actually looking at my calendar because all these days are blending in. So I think the best thing that happens to me was probably yesterday. I got to meet another video strategist in person for the first time. And since things are starting to, I don't want to say become more regular after pandemic life, but it's nice to actually meet people in person now. So that was nice.
Yeah, coffee meeting in a coffee shop.
Yeah, exactly.
Elizabeth, what has happened to you this week? What's the best thing?
I think part of it is just enjoying the patios again, because last week we were able to finally go out and have a coffee on the patio before it was all takeout and you couldn't, hang around. And I missed that so much, just taking my journal and sitting in the sunshine and sipping my coffee. And it just makes me feel so much more human and connected to the human race, even though I'm not talking necessarily to anybody, but I'm sitting with fellow human beings enjoying the sunshine. And oh, by the way, I'm outside of Montreal. I forgot to say that, I think.
No worries. And Connie.
So actually 2 things. One, similar to you guys, I did training at one of my corporate clients and it was live and we didn't have masks on. As long as everybody had the shot, they didn't have the shot, they still wore the mask. So that was kind of cool because up to this point, any training I've done has been with the mask on and it just gets really hot. The other cool thing that happened to me this week is I hired my first virtual assistant and she is working out amazing. I love her. Yeah, she's awesome. Denise, shout out to Denise.
Wow, yes. Oh man, hiring a VA is definitely a win, huge win for anybody who's ever tried to hire one or has let one go, and probably we all have, and hired another one. We all know the pains of that. So let's do, a little bit tougher question. Get more thought-provoking here. What's the best piece of business advice that has been given to you? The best, and I'll go first, so you guys get a few minutes to think about it. The best piece of business advice that was given to me was very early on when I wasn't even actually an entrepreneur yet. I was just kind of dabbling, thinking about having a side hustle. I had a public sector job, so obviously very secure, very safe. And the mentor told to me, always remember that when you run or decide to start your business, that it's going to be a marathon and not a sprint. And always remember that. And it has been a piece of advice that I do tend to kind of come back to time and time again. And how about we'll go with Connie first this time?
Well, that was an easy one. It popped in my head immediately. When I first started my sales career, I was 23 or 24, and we were in a sales meeting, and the regional manager said, remember, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you should be listening at least twice as much as you speak. And actually, that I'm visual, so to me, that's such an easy way to remember, right? 2 ears, 1 mouth. Fast forward, though, 39 years later, really, for me, it's about listening 70% of the time and really only speaking about 30%. Otherwise, you're really not understanding who the client is. How can you make a viable recommendation that's going to truly serve them? So yeah, 2 ears, 1 mouth. Great advice.
Yes, I've heard that one as well from somebody else as well. And Elizabeth.
I think the best advice that I've had, and I've had a lot of advice, is to niche down. And I think that I'm like a lot of people who really resisted that because I'm so multi-talented and I can help so many people. But it really dilutes your efforts if you are not focused in on something. And as soon as I embraced that and got over the resistance to that, everything else just flowed. It became so much easier. It's like, why didn't I listen earlier?
Oh man, I totally agree with that as well. And I think that's something that many new entrepreneurs struggle with. They just want to be everything to everybody and are so scared of like, I won't have any customers if I niche down but the world is very big and the customer base is even larger than we think. And so that is very, very true. Jason.
So after hearing you guys' answer, my answer doesn't sound as good. But what I would say is to build your community and network, especially with like-minded folks, because I feel as though when you are, I'm sure everybody has support from their family and friends, but they don't really know kind of what you go through per se. And other like-minded folks in your community and people that you network, they do. So then they can be there to help and you can help them. And it's like a give and take relationship that's going to help you, essentially in the short term and in the long term. So I feel so, building your community with trusted folks, like-minded, and just kind of network.
Yeah, I really agree with that as well. Oh, all wonderful pieces of advice. We can do one more question, and that is, let's see here. What's the one lesson, well, it's probably more than one, but we'll just go with one lesson that you know now that you wish you told your past self, like when you were starting out your business? And there's probably so many that you've learned along the way in your business journey, but what's one lesson that you kind of learned the hard way and really wished you learned that earlier on or embraced it earlier on? And the one thing that was for me was not being afraid to put it out into the world earlier, like test it sooner, get feedback sooner. Don't worry about if it's done, if it's ready, and then work from that. And then, test. So essentially always be testing and is a pretty common one, or always be delivering or whatever they call that, to essentially get that product market fit a lot faster, which was something that took me a long time because I was very hesitant to put out, stuff into the world. And so let's go with, so we've done, well, we can go Elizabeth first, I think. Yeah.
Alrighty. So one of the things that I would have told my earlier self is to trust your intuition more, because even though now I've niched down and I understand that was really important, I think I would have gotten there much faster had I not followed so much of the, conventional business advice and just followed my gut.
Yeah, so true. Jason.
So I would have said build your community and network right from the get-go, but I'll give another thing. I would say invest in yourself, and that could be investing in education to help you learn more. It could be investing in whatever products or anything that's going to help you and your business. I would say invest in yourself. As
Yeah,
cheesy as
that's
this sounds.
excellent advice. Yeah, I mean, we spend so much time going at it the wrong way for so long, and then
Mhm.
kind of wish we had done it the right way sooner and shortcut it ourselves. But
Yep.
we try to sort of cheap out. Connie.
Yeah, there's so many, so many mistakes I've made along the way. I think my biggest one to self would be to be patient. I want to do and get results. I want to do and get results. And it's just not, life just doesn't work that way. Certainly business doesn't work that way, and sales just don't work that way. You need time to cultivate relationships and grow the like, no trust factor, and all of those things that make the back end of any communication just more viable, quicker, and then long-term results come from that. So in the beginning, I think I put too much pressure on myself and I didn't trust the process. Now I really trust the process. It's all about the relationship. So yeah, my patience was, like chillax.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, that's all the questions I have. Is there anything anybody would like to share? The last kind of, I don't know, comments before we close out?
Just that I'm really looking forward to this panel discussion. I think
Me
it's
too.
a great opportunity and an experience. It's going to be something a little bit different than we've usually seen.
Me too, Elizabeth.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever done a panel discussion on Zoom, so this is going to be really cool. I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah, excellent. I'm very happy to have you all there. And these are 3 of the 8 panel experts who are going to help you to figure out your marketing. Bring all your questions about all the things that haven't been working, and they will help you to troubleshoot. We want to have a really engaging discussion. It's 1 day only. It's on June 30th. It's free. You can get the ticket. Comments are down below. And thank you so much for being part of this live and for kind of getting a nice meet and greet with the audience, which is really wonderful. And I'm sure they'll be very excited to see you all very soon.
Thanks, Charlene.
Thank you.